latest and greatest obsession is the Facebook group, Are We Dating the Same Guy, for your area. Now, I recently just joined this group like a week and a half ago, and I've already found 2 of my exes, okay? I know I'm late to the game because these groups have been around for years, but I just joined, so this is very new to me, and I'm enjoying it, okay? So now I searched pretty much every ex I've ever had, okay, to see who it popped up. Now, I found 2. One, that is not his age, and that is not his name, okay? His name is not Derek, and he is not 35, okay? And then the other one is my on and off guy that I've been talking to for years, and somebody posted him last month asking if anyone could claim him. Now, nobody claimed him, which is a good thing, because we recently may have just started talking again, but I'm telling you, this group is valuable for women, okay? Because if you are dating someone and you suspect, maybe, they are up to no good, you post him in this little group, and all these women look out for you and they respond. Now, men, if you're watching this, trust me, I know some women will bend the truth, okay, based on their experience with a man, but for the most part, I don't think women are doing that, okay? So cheers to this group. I'm enjoying it. It's probably one of my favorite pastimes right now. And yes, I am sipping tea. Bye.
Alright, Queen, starting off, you gotta chill with those raptor claws. Seriously, that is more annoying than it is helpful. Another thing, you're saying that this Facebook group is super helpful because you believe that for the most part, women are completely honest here? Are you serious with that one, Queen? No! I'm not saying that all women are vindictive, but there's a huge enough chunk of them that are vindictive. And I fail to believe that the women that are going to this Facebook group are going there specifically because they're believing, oh, I have to go in there out of my own free time because I have to help out all these women from this guy I dated that he is super dangerous. No, sweetheart. Women who have the energy to enter these kind of groups to badmouth a man are simply there because they want to ruin his reputation. They feel slighted. I mean, hell. The guy could have just ghosted him and then they decide, okay, let me add on a bunch of stuff and make sure that he never gets a date again. Or maybe he was a great catch and he decided, hey, listen, I don't want to be with you. And she figures, hey, if you can't be with me, I'm not going to let you be with anyone else. Women lie. Shocker, I know. I mean, their intentions of joining this group can be as real as your nails. But I'm pretty sure that other women in there that badmouth a guy who is 6 feet tall, makes 6 figures, and is all around a good guy, has your best interest at heart. Before we move on, I want to bring to attention that 75% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. Come on, fam. You've seen my logo on other channels, and you're already here. Please hit that subscribe button and support the channel. It really helps out. Moving on.
So another huge misconception is that women think that when they act hurt and they show a man how sad and hurt they are because of him, he will feel really bad. No. You're thinking like a woman because you're a woman. But what you need to realize is that men and women do not think the same. As a woman, if someone comes to you and tells you how much you've hurt them, your empathy, it's going to make you feel very guilty. It's going to make you think, wow, he did not deserve this, let me make this better. You think that's what men think, but that's not what they think. Mostly the ones that put you in these situations. A lot of men get an ego boost by seeing how much they matter to you, by seeing how they can control your emotions, your mood, so do not give them that pleasure. A lot of women think that if they bawl their eyes out in front of a man, he will regret what he's done to you. The only way to make him regret it is by distancing yourself.
Erroneous! Erroneous! Erroneous on both counts.
Oh, Lord. All right there, Queen. I just have to say it. You applied a correct logic to an incorrect situation. Let me explain this for the XX chromosome closed captioning required. When you say that a woman cries her eyes out and a man sees that and gets an ego boost because he likes to see how important she is to him, you got your signals crossed there, sweetheart. No. See, usually when a woman cries her eyes out over small things, making mountains out of molehills, and they go to their men like this, trying to make their man feel bad, most men don't figure, okay, this is an ego boost. I'm feeling awesome. No. Most men are thinking, OMG, here we go again. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with these exaggerations. Most men just want peace. Like I said, you gave a good answer to the wrong question. It's not that men aren't empathetic, it's just men who have been in relationships long enough will know when you're trying to play their emotions, and they're just gonna back up, and they're gonna say, you know what, I'm not gonna partake in this one. Sorry. It has a lot more to do with a man trying to enjoy a beer on his day off, rather than you trying to get a lot more attention from him by exaggerating the situation. Moving on.
The difference is between a boy and a man. And I'm not screwing around with boys anymore, I am into men, so listen up if you are a boy. Boys send the you up text at 2 a.m. They send the WYD at 2 a.m. Men send the did you get home safe How was your night last night? When they know you went out or when you just left their date. Boys can't commit unless it is after 12 a.m. on a Saturday or Sunday. Men can commit. They can commit to dinner dates, they can commit to you, they can commit to a family, they can commit to a mortgage, they can commit to it all. Boys don't know how to cook, they don't know how to do their laundry. Men know how to do that. They know how to cook, and they don't think that it's just the women that need to do it. They can do their own laundry, maybe they have enough money to get someone to do it for them, but they can, and they would if they had to. Boys are scared to talk about the future. It freaks them out, and they try to avoid it at all costs. And a man talks about their future plan, their future goals, what they want in their future, and they're not afraid of it. They honestly find it exciting because they're thinking about achieving those goals and doing those things in the near future. A boy is emotionally unavailable. They don't do the whole feelings thing. But a man can handle tough conversations. They honestly enjoy it because they can tap into their feelings and they're okay with showing that. So let's glow up from boyhood to manhood.
All right there, Queen. Before you demand anything about men, you have to have a good basis to demand something. In other words, if you're going to demand a man, you have to act like a woman, not like a girl. Following that up, she isn't pointing the difference between boys and men. Let me correct that for you, Queen. What you are pointing out with all these things that you shot out there is the difference between modern day young men who have adapted to the modern dating market that young women like you have created versus traditional men who are more than likely older, have a higher SMV, and have those traits that you are attracted to after you've dealt with the younger men. Again, before you start demanding anything, what do you offer? What do you bring to the table? Are you acting like a woman or are you acting like a girl entitled that you think you deserve a man of a higher SMV? Don't get me wrong. You're cute and attractive. You probably have a good egg count. But what else do you have to offer? All right, let me come at this from a different angle. How many other young, cute women with a full egg carton out there would want the same kind of guy you want? And how do you distinguish yourself from them? When you say, I don't want to go for boys anymore, I want to go for men, before you do that, you have to be ready to offer a man what he wants, not what you think he wants. Because for as shocking as it may be, you may say over and over that you want a man, but that doesn't mean that you deserve a man. Moving on.
Is anyone else loving the Facebook groups? Are we dating the same guy? Or, but one thing about them that I think is really funny is now, instead of like trying to find people that you're in a relationship with to see if they're cheating or outing someone on a story, there's girls that are like, oh, I've gone on one date with this guy, or oh, I've been talking to this guy. You're not in a relationship. They're not exclusively dating. They've been on maybe a couple dates. And even if you have been on multiple dates, if you haven't had a relationship conversation about being exclusive, anyone could date whoever they want. So like when you're going out of your way to try to figure out if the guy that you're not in an exclusive relationship is dating, why? Until you have that conversation, it's none of your business who they're dating, so just assume they are. And if you're wanting something more, then buck up and have the combo. It's weird to me when girls do that. Like, utilize the are we dating the same guy thing for someone that you're in a relationship with and you're trying to figure that out, or you're married to, or you're informing the masses because you found out that someone that's married or in an exclusive relationship is dating someone. But I'm there for the tea and the drama because I think it's absolutely hysterical. Well, it's not hysterical. It's just entertainment. Just glad it's not my life, but definitely there for the tea.
Damn, skip me.
Finally, we found a queen here who actually gets it. You see, these groups of are we dating the same guy? It's a snowball effect. Yeah, maybe the first queen who started with the best intentions of, hey, I think I'm dating a player. Is anyone else dating this guy? But it's just too easy to abuse that kind of thing. Before you know it, a girl who got ghosted by one guy or got stood up by another guy or was told by another guy, hey, I don't want to continue this, for whatever reason, will jump on here. And she said it herself. Women who go out on a date with one man, one date, decide that's enough to justify going on these groups and start badmouthing the guy or exaggerating things. I mean, let's not pretend that women don't get offended by the simplest things. It's pretty easy to point it out when you have these videos out there of women complaining about getting taken on dates to the Cheesecake Factory and saying it's beneath them. Like she said, it's all drama, and we all know who loves drama more than anybody else. Or at least relationship drama. Another key thing that she said, weren't these Facebook groups based on women who were in serious relationships, who were trying to figure out if the guy they were married with was actually two-timing on them? Since when did the onesie-twosie dates jump into this? Well, this gorilla has a theory. I think the onesie-twosie things jumped into this when the side chicks had discovered that they were on a roster. They weren't the main, they weren't the starters, they were on the bench. I mean, getting a call from Chad/Tyrone at 2 in the morning to come over and bump uglies? Once an incident, twice a coincidence, 3 times a pattern, right? But one thing this gorilla is going to say to all you queens out there that are willing to listen. Jumping on these groups and talking bad about these men does not get you off the carousel. It doesn't really do much for that. It does not lower your body count. Let's be honest, ladies. Most of you have enough common sense to you to know when you're dating a guy who's a player. The signs are there. He's smooth talking. He's got multiple factors that you like. You may even look at him and you're thinking, is this an F-boy? So if you continue and the red flags continue to pop up, why are you shocked and shaken when you find out later, OMG, he really was a player. I thought he was just going to commit to me. He was only a player with all these other women. You can only blame one person there, ladies. That would be the person that you see in the mirror, because she's the one who's letting this guy come in and crack her taco. Moving on.
I love Are We Dating the Same Person groups. I feel like they're really helpful, but it's always really funny to see the men's reaction to these groups. Because, like, if you're not aware, these groups are like Facebook groups usually set up by women, for like local women, where they can post someone to be like, this man cheated on me, this man was abusive to me, and when I tried to confront him about the cheating, he did this, this, and this, and I had to get a restraining order. Please just know this is the type of person. Or, this is my ex-husband, he cheated on me with this 17-year-old girl and then became violent after, blah, 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 blah. Or it'll just sometimes just be like cheating or just toxic boyfriends. Or, I went on a date with this guy and he was really creepy and he really freaked me out and then showed up at my house the next day to ask for another date and I didn't like that. And stuff like that, where it's usually genuinely just a warning. And what's really funny is that men get so upset about these groups. And it's like, if you're not doing anything wrong, you're probably not going to get posted in these groups. And I understand if you're like a decent person and you get posted, it might make you feel uncomfortable. But like, if they're not saying lies, I don't see why you get a say in what's appropriate to be posted. Sorry.
Ho, ho! Fiction can be fun.
Oh, well, Queen, you find it funny about men's reactions to them being posted in these groups? I wonder why any man would react negatively. Let me see. Is there like a lie detector system in these groups? Is there any way to validate any story that's put there? I mean, you say, well, if you haven't done anything wrong, you shouldn't be worried about this. What if you haven't done anything wrong and, I don't know, women lie? How do you know that the women that are posting stories there are actually telling the truth? What? Is this more of the M2 movement where all of a sudden, believe all women because they possibly cannot say a lie because they have this built-in microchip that does not permit them to twist a story in any way, shape, or form? And the example you put about ex-wives going on there and saying stuff? Yeah. I'm really going to believe an ex-wife is not going to be bitter at all and is not going to go on there and make up a story. A 50-50 shot at best she's actually telling the truth. Instead of paying attention to the men's reactions and saying, wow, he's spazzing out, why don't you stop and slow down and think, wait a minute, if he's getting upset with this, maybe there's two sides to each story. Maybe he wasn't as bad as she claims he was. Maybe, possibly, she, I don't know, has an awesome fictional story based on a real story. Now let's hear what else she has to say.
But the men in my area, at least, posted a new group that's just for the men. It's like, Are We Dating the Same Women group? And honestly, like, good for them. You can definitely like do that. Like, men should get warnings too. But it's really funny to see the difference in the post and like the intentions behind the post. Because like on the women's side, it's like, yeah, I was with this man for so long and he was an angel and then he turned really violent and I was genuinely afraid for my life. Or this man was just such an amazing person and he ended up cheating on me and using me and I lost this, this, and this and now my life's wrecked. And then you look at the men's group and it's like, this girl's really catty and bitchy. I went on 3 dates with her and then she didn't even text me back after that. She completely ghosted me. Or this girl is just super rude. I don't think that she even wants to be dating a real man. She just wants men to pay for her stuff and move on. And it's like catty things like that. And it's like, the intention is so different because the men are just like warning men about like, these girls aren't worth your time. They'll just waste your time. And then the girls are like, yeah, this guy might end up hurting you. Just letting you know. Just protect yourself.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
All right, let me get this straight. She said that women will warn other women that the guys that they dated who didn't physically hurt them might hurt the next girl. Wow, does that not sound like they're trying to set the guy up for failure there? And she said that men started Facebook groups of Are We Dating the Same Women? I honestly believe that the men's group is actually being a little bit more honest because they're not mentioning any kind of false accusations there. Her examples were that men were just warning other men about women who waste their time and go on foodie dates. But she said, pay more attention to the women that are trying to warn other women about men who may hurt them. I love the wordplay. May hurt them. Might be violent. That men were not violent and they didn't hurt anybody. Notice the double standard here and how she laughs at it. So basically, character assassination from the women trying to paint men as something that they're not, that they didn't experience, versus men actually posting, hey, this actually happened. She's actually rude. Or hey, she just goes out for foodie dates. And we're supposed to believe that women who are putting labels as he might be dangerous is more important than, hey, she actually is using you. That's like me coming into a fork in the road. One side says, hey, if you turn left, you might find a hitchhiker there that may try to hurt you. If you turn right, that road ends in less than a mile. Which one of the two would sound more honest there? Who am I kidding? Most women would just turn right and say, oh, she helped me out. It was for my own good. Because that imaginary hitchhiker may hurt me forever. I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund. Or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.